Perfect. We got the sun setting on us. That's beautiful. Good evening. Oh, my glass of water is making an appearance. Yes, this is just water today. I finished my glass of wine and we're just having water today. Welcome, welcome. I'll get it out of the shot though. And I believe we have a clear image. We should. I just cleaned it. The sun is making a nice, healthy appearance. Good evening. Welcome to Get Paid with Creative Nomad. Happy Tuesday. Y'all have some tacos for me. I might have some tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. And I'm in LA. Might as well have some damn tacos, right? Good evening, y'all. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If this is your first time watching this series, this episode, if you watch this in the future, welcome. I'm Creative Nomad, aka Shalanda Elise. That is my name. And I am creative. That is my gift. And I'm a nomad. I like to move around. The earth is my home. So the planet that I live on is my home. So now I'm in the part of my life where I'm getting to know it. So I'm a nomad. And I have a lot of wisdom. I've learned a lot over my years, and I've taken heed to it. And with me on my journey, just through my life, this life's journey of knowing me, self developing who I am, right? And watching and learning from my interactions with others, this is my obligation I feel to give back to my people. And I don't mean give back like how if anyone's like me, I can't stand to hear that give back. But what I mean is each one teach one, reach one. That's what I mean. So this is me. Um, and I do this so that we can really embrace the core of who we are and, as in the last episode, really reach our full potential. And that is never on anything mediocre. Never mediocre. If your highest thought of, I want to be at peace with me is on a mediocre level just for yourself, that is very selfish because each one teach one and reach one. You know what I'm saying? So we're obligated by being human beings to share our knowledge, to share our gift, to share our passion, our blessing, our talent, our skill, whatever it is, with someone else, at least one other person. And so to reach one other person at least, we have to continually be that person and continually, on to today's episode, ascend to a higher level of who we are for our own benefit, for our family's benefit, and for the benefit of, our people, for the benefit of your your actual people, whoever you are watching this. You know what I mean? So what I did, I wrote down the definition of ascension. Today's topic is ascension. That is our A that we're dealing with today. So before we really dive deep into it, if y'all would just hit the like button for me, share this video, this live, get as many people in here as you can. Just spread the word. You know what I mean? We're doing something positive and healthy for anyone who listens and takes heed to the message. So let's get the message out there. So the definition of ascension is the art of rising to an important position or higher level. The act, the act of rising to a higher level, to an important position or a higher level. The act of rising to an important position or a higher level. That is ascension. So, in order to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves, we have to ascend to a higher level. We have to, just like when we all say there's levels to the game, there's levels to this thing, there's levels to this. There are. There are levels in life to everything, to every journey, to every part of the journey, um, and to reach every next level. You have to. You know what I mean? It's not even feasible in life to stay the same, to stay in the same thought process as you were when you were 20 or 25. And if you're 25 now, trust me, your thought process will not be the same when you're 30 and 45. If it is, you have not grown, and there is a problem there. So, this is where the journey of self development and ascension begins with really identifying who we are, identifying what we want and what we have to offer, what we have to offer to humanity, to the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all connected, it's not just one thing. So, we have to ascend to higher levels in order to achieve the higher goals that we set for ourselves. It's really inevitable. You know what I mean? And we don't even have to harp on it, long. There really isn't much to it. You know what I'm saying? There really isn't much to it. When once you have come to the core of who you are, once you have constantly um, analyze your interactions and your part, and you constantly turn the mirror on yourself, and you constantly are looking at how you can do things better, how you can be better, how you can be more patient, how you can be more tolerant, how you can really come capture your words when you need them. All this comes from acquiring uh, knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is, yes, knowing who you were, where you come from, but it also is knowing where you come from before what you were told, before the only thing that you were told. I don't know how to really adjust my lighting so that it doesn't oh, look at here. Oh shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I just noticed there's filters. Oh no, not that one. I had no idea that there were filters on the live. I don't want anything crazy. Sorry, y'all. Maybe that one. Okay. Oh, but what about glam? No. Okay. So now what? Will it go down? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm so random. Sorry, y'all. I'm so hella random. Welcome. This is the Get Paid with Creative Nomad show. So that's cute though. That's real cute. I wish I could put something right here. It would be cute. Like if this was my house, I would have my logo right there. Well, if this was my house, I would have a whole fucking studio. So let's not talk about that. I just happened to notice the little background, and that would be cute to have my logo right there. But I'm sure they'll probably say so if I did that. I don't know. We'll have to find out and see. So anyway, you guys, ascension is what we're talking about. I didn't mean to digress on you, but y'all know I'm hella random, and it be like that sometimes. Let me just get some water. Hmm. This is water. You see how crystal clear it is. So again, talking about ascension, just keeping ascension in mind, just knowing that we have to constantly ascend to the next level. So how do we do that? It's the same thing we've really been laying out with each episode. To ascend, in order to ascend to the next level for ourselves, right? And each one of us are going to be at a different level. It's not about competing with one another. You're competing with you yesterday. Each day you're competing with the you the day before. So whatever you did the day before, whatever level of anything you did, you have to do it 10 times more positive, right? Because we have to specify. We can't just say you have to do it 10 times more because you could be in a 10 times more shitty attitude. No, no, no. 10 times more positive, 10 times more in the progressive. Each and every day, you want to outdo yesterday's you. That is how you ascend to the next level. When it comes to the internal you, cleaning that out, right? That is comes to really looking at you, really being honest with you. You don't have to admit it to nobody else. You don't have to tell shit to nobody else. You have to tell it to yourself, because when you telling people, when you're saying stuff that you know isn't the truth, you know it. The person you're telling may not know it, but you know it. You cannot lie to yourself. You can lie, yes, and you can lie so much that you now believe it. You're only harming you. Nobody else are you damaging. Now, when you bring it smaller to us as black people, whoever's watching this, if you tap on this black, it's not to exclude anyone else. But because we are so excluded in this world, when it comes to being black, if you are that minimalized, then yeah, it does affect us as a whole. You know what I mean? Because you're not giving your all into the black nation like you could be, like you're not giving your all into yourself. So you're not only stunting your growth, you're stunting the growth of the nation. It's not to have a heavy weight on all of our shoulders. But the fact of the matter is, this is what having pride is about. And this is also a level that we have to ascend to personally. Like, you have to care enough about yourself to get up, show up, and motherfucking look the part. Even when you may not look the part. Like how you see the wealthy don't look wealthy until maybe they need to look wealthy. Because when you are rich, when you're rich in confidence, when you're rich in, like Prince said, personality, when you're rich in ambition and striving toward your goals, you shine, and you don't need all these glitz and glamour and name brands. You know what I'm saying? To feel like you're something, to camouflage anything, because you are it. So as you ascend to these next levels, you become who you need to be to achieve these goals and aspirations that we have. Like, I can't be where I want to be with the mindset that I had last year, with the mindset that I had 5 years ago. That person can't be here. That's why that person is not there. That's why this person is not there yet, because this person still is ascending to that level. I'm still climbing to that level. I'm still growing to that level. But with all that I've known and done, with all that I've learned, let me say that, with all that I've learned, deliberately trying to learn, trying to get me and still learn. Like, I was so multifaceted with learning so many different things simultaneously. I constantly went back to, for me, my retreat, because I used to actually retreat. My retreat, my way of replenishing myself from fighting off all the energy out here, was for me to retreat and really get into me again. So it was difficult for me to stay on the path of uh, going towards my goals. I would always go back to it, but it was difficult for me to stay on that path. I would always have to retreat and really get my solitude and have months and even years of just being by myself and really figuring me out. What's been happening now? Who am I now? You know what I mean? And now, here, once I've gotten over 40, divorced, and that whole crash in life, I had to do it again. That's when I left all my clients. I uprooted my business, left my place, and moved to Arizona, because that was me again doing all I knew. I got to get back to me. It's like a turtle going into their shell. You know what I'm saying? Only for me, I know that I'm not a turtle, but through all our lives, like we talked about a few episodes ago, we're so compacted and molded, especially when you are, and not to, highlight or brag or anything, but we know who we are. And I know the supernatural gifts that I have, because they came out very early and they never gone away. But when you have that on top of being gifted with creativity, it's just a part of who I am, just like my skin and my name. Being creative is just who I am. It's what I've always been. And I realize that that is a gift because it's very effortless for me. And anything I do it creatively. And that was, even a problem in school because I'm not doing it how, and that's boring. I got a better way to do it, and this is how I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna achieve the goal, but I'm gonna throw some creativity in there, baby. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? I'm gonna flip it, spin it, turn it around, throw some polka dot stripes and camouflage on it. That's just what I do. I don't see anything any other way. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like once I really got comfortable and confident and got happy and rich, now I understand how to put all that together to create wealth. So now I am creating my wealth. So now I also can be a teacher and I can put these episodes together and the universe sends me exactly what I need. You know what I mean? Because it's what we need. And yes, it is what I need. When I go back and watch these, it is based on what I need at the moment because I know these words are coming from the universe. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't to sound like no hocus pocus. What I have written down is the definition. That's it. I don't have any talking points. And this ain't smoke I'm blowing. If you guys can think about your life, you know what I'm saying is accurate, real life because there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. And human beings, human beings, we have a specific, deliberate, separate, unique connection to this electric, energetic universe. That's why we are so electric and energetic and motherfucking creative and limber and motherfucking can just think all kinds of ways. You cannot take the original human that you use as the paradigm to create every other human being from and not have it be. I mean, any creatives or artists that watch this, you know what I'm saying. You cannot even recreate your work identical. That's the original. Yeah, you can recreate it. You can make pretty copies. And you can put the same you can put similar wiring into it. And yes, they're all connected because they all come from this original that you made. Clicking to anybody. Am I clicking to anybody? We talked about color theory. We had a couple of color theory lessons. It's just natural, and this is why, as nations of people, we're even made to respect one another, and we're made and we're taught even in different scriptures. And this is all again ascension because we have to ascend to this level of humanity where you can have differences with someone but still be cordial and friendly and respectful to that someone and respect that someone. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be anything vile and foul. That's I use myself as an example, and like some of my black friends have asked me. You know what I mean? I like and accept people on an individual basis. I'm a Libra. My scales, it's easy for me because each individual is an individual. You cannot represent a whole. You are an individual, okay? So individually, I do have a couple of white home girls. No, I would never say, oh, my best friend's white because my best friend could never be white. Could never be. Literally could never be. Just like I could never be white. My best friend could never be white. But I could have a best friend or a friend that's white. It's absolutely possible. Now, as a whole, do I embrace their entire race? No, absolutely not. Do I have a reason to? Yes, absolutely yes. Do they have a reason to not hate us? No, absolutely no. Have they ever? No, absolutely not. Have they had a reason to hate anyone that looks different from them? No, absolutely not. So, do I have a reason? Absolutely yes. But can I look at this individual and meet this individual as an individual? Yes, I absolutely can. I have, I do, and will continue. As a whole, no. That's easy. That is respect. I respect who, and also because I know who I am. And I've always known who I am. And see, this is why for me, looking in the mirror was always, this is why, again, circle what, 1986, Man in the Mirror? That was my song because that's always start with the man in the mirror. Start with the man in the mirror. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. That I remember being in the alley with my Native American friends, and we were playing that song, and I was just in a zone. That's my shit. Always been, always been. It might have been 1987. Always been. Because the message in it is that's who I am. You have to look inside. So once you, like we talked about a few episodes ago, I don't even remember which episode, but the power is in taking accountability. The power is in taking accountability. That is how we ascend to the next level. So even when we, as a nation, take responsibility of the things that we have not done to push ourselves forward, it empowers us to do something. It also requires us to do something. As individuals, it requires us to do something. That's why they say when you know better, you do better. But people don't want to know better. Know better. That's why they say ignorance is bliss, because it's blissful to claim, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. Do you forgive me? I didn't know." No, I don't. It's fucking unacceptable. It's unacceptable for an adult to not know. How do you not know? How do you not know? It's unacceptable. And why do you choose to continue to not know? Why do you not choose to find out? Because no one ever told you to. No one told you to find out. Nobody told you to research. No one told you to know. All the music you listen to, we don't music that say, look, you know what I mean? Marvin Gaye, we never rocked to that. Marvin Gaye used to sing to me. He had me feeling like black was the thing to be. How could I not be proud to be? How could I not constantly ascend to higher levels throughout my life? How could I not? And to me, success, like I said at the beginning of the series, to me, success is knowing who I am and being happy and comfortable in my life and my growth. To me, that's how I define success. And I do feel like everyone has their own um, view of what success is and what would make them successful. You know what I mean? Because what money cannot buy is confidence. What money cannot buy is genuine happiness with yourself. What money cannot buy are manners. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying money's not important because we on here trying to get paid. We still on here trying to get paid in every form. But we're talking about the core things to be able to uphold that and have that payment that we search for, them bags that we collected to have this be 400 years or more. These are the things that we need. This is the success that we need. We need to know. We need to ascend. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we need. These are absolutely the levels mentally that we need to get to. So when you hear people saying we've been playing the wrong game, they're talking about on so many levels. We've been playing the wrong game, you know? And so to take back our power, we have to identify our potential so that we can ascend to the next level. We have to bring ourselves and be honest to ourselves and, take ourselves on the carpet and say, look, What is it? What's holding me back? What am I really afraid of? Why am I not giving my all? Why am I not doing what I know I'm capable of doing? What's the problem? What's the problem with me? We have to do that with ourselves. We have to do that in privacy. We don't need to blast it all over the world. We're not doing it for kudos. We're not doing it for clout. We're not doing it for likes. We're doing it for growth and ascension. That's what we're doing it for, ascension, to get to a higher level. You know what I'm saying? So that we can continue to age gracefully, so that we can continue to be nurturing, so that we can continue to be loving because we love ourselves and we know what that means. We know what loving ourselves means. It means we do take care of ourselves. Doesn't matter if you're a little chubby, if you got a little stomach, if you got a cute little stomach. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, we take care of us. So that's all you got is a little tummy. You know what I'm saying? You active, you know. You do your best to, you don't just eat pure garbage. You know what I'm saying? You have a skincare routine, whatever the case may be. Even that is showing that you love yourself, that you care enough about yourself to put some time into yourself. That's for you. That's not for anyone else. That's not for anyone else. That's not for likes and compliments. That's for you. And people don't like when they pay me what they say is a compliment and I say you're welcome. I mean, honestly, let's think about it. I know when I walk out of the house and I deliberately look nice. I know that. I'm the one that dressed me. I'm the one that put this together. I know that. So you're welcome. You're welcome because you like it. So you're welcome. Now, when I'm surprised and I do say thank you, is when I'm just running across the way or just, looking any kind of way. Well, not any kind of way, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not dressed for the day. I'm just, or I got dressed, and showered, threw on some rags. You know what I'm saying? And I get the compliment. That's when I even give the face like, thank you. That's when I say thank you because I didn't even do anything. So you just like how I look. You like how I look, like just natural. You know what I mean? You'd be okay waking up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You just like how I look. Okay, thank you. That's cool. That's dope. Thank you. But when I deliberately put myself together and I know I look good, smell good, I know my outfit's on point, I know shit is good, you're welcome. I just feel like people that say that have ascended to that level of thinking, is this really a compliment? And do compliments and critique really do anything in my life? Only if I give it any kind of weight. And it's weightless. You know what I mean? So why would I give weight to something that's absolutely weightless? Right? So again, this is a level of even confidence that you have to ascend to, and even a level of awareness, because to me, here's how I could see it. I like how you put that together. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. But you look nice. I know I did it. I know. Oh, okay. I like how you put that together. That's sharp. That's a compliment. That is a compliment. And again, these are, in my opinion, two people who have even ascended to a level of communication where they understand what words mean, and how to use them and how to order them. When you put certain words in a certain order to whoever you're talking to, depending on what level of ascension they're on, it may mean something altogether than how you're saying it. for the level that you're on. So don't be offended if you're speaking to someone who has ascended to a higher level than where you are. And you say something or you do something and you don't understand the interaction. And even vice versa, if it's the reverse, if it's someone on a lower level than where you are. And we're talking even of understanding, because we have to everything there is a time, there is a place. Everything isn't all at once. That's why 5-year-olds don't have the wisdom of a knowledgeable 60-year-old or even 10-year-old. It's just like there's levels. We have to ascend to each level. Yeah, we're going to get older. Yes. We're going to, each year, we're going to turn, each new moon. You know what I'm saying? The time is ticking. We get that. But are we ascending to the next level? We don't want to be graduated fools. That's dead dummies. That's not what we want to be. We want to know some shit. We want to know that we know some shit. And we want to know that we've done affected some motherfuckers. And we want to know that we've helped some motherfuckers. We didn't help some motherfuckers become millionaires. We didn't help some motherfuckers to not commit suicide. We didn't help some motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, their life up or get their shit together or start thinking on time or whatever the case may be. We want to know that at the end, when we graduate this motherfucking flesh, we want to know that we've had a positive impact because we've constantly focused on ascension and getting to a higher level and a more important place and a more important being. You know what I'm saying? So that by the time our spirit departs from this motherfucking flesh, we will continue to ascend. We will continue to ascend. We don't want to get up out of this flesh and then descend because we haven't motherfucking learned anything in the first place, because we haven't taken heed to all of the experience that we've soaked up, to all the people that we've met, man. You know what I mean? To all of the energy that done been around us, that's been moving and flowing and shaking and doing some shit. We don't want to descend from all of that momentum and positivity and healthy and, just beautiful blackness that's just uplifting one another. We don't want to descend from that. We want to continue to ascend to the next level. And we have to do that by starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, thank you. Thank you, nigga. That's what's that's what's up. I appreciate that. That's I've never been told that. Not like that, but that's dope. Now you gonna make me get shot. But you feel what I'm saying, though. You feel what I'm saying. I mean, I'm glad the message is getting through, because really that's the whole point. As long as the message get through that, we really have to grow for ourselves. Once we kind of piggybacking off of yesterday, once we identify our true potential and how deep we can get to it within the flesh, can you imagine? Can you imagine what that fucking ascension will be like once we depart from this flesh? Can you imagine once we're able to realize the shit that we have, even if we're only able to realize from now and the end of the journey, let's say a third or a quarter of what is in our mind, can you imagine how beautiful our ascension would be then to the next level? Because then we've learned black pride, we've learned self-esteem, we've learned confidence. You know what I'm saying? So when people call, I'm going to use Dame Dash, for example, because that's my nigga, and he been my nigga for real for the last, 25, 30 years. And again, me being on my own journey, I've always liked that we spoke the same way. But for him, it just, he was about getting that bread. And he was about black unity, black ownership, black empowerment, black upliftment. And all we heard was he arrogant, this, that, and the third. No, he's not arrogant. When you are a owner, when you know that you done made the bread coughed up the bread, realized your idea because you've been realized your potential. Been out the gate, you realized your potential, right? Once you're able to do that and you create, and not only that, but you put so many people on and you make them soldiers, as he said, generals, as he say, you make them owners. How can you not feel like you the motherfucking man? How can you not feel like Black Superman or Black Wonder Woman? You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say Superman or Wonder Woman. You know, how can you not feel like that? So yeah, it's gonna look like arrogance to those who are not on that level, to those who have not ascended to that level of being. You know what I'm saying? He put self first, kids first, family first, black first, because that's all rolled up in there, right? All that's first. Ownership, unity. Why can't we get together? Why can't I do something? Why can't I just let you? You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking level. So when he speaks, yeah, he sound hella arrogant. But if you really woke, not sleepwalking, and if you not just, but you laying in the bed like brother Grandmaster Jay said, you not only gotta wake up, but you gotta get up. You know what I'm saying? And I know what that's like because I wake up at 4, and if I don't get up, I doze back off and I have to catch myself. I mean, not doze off like full fledged sleep, but that's real. And then that's when I have to get up. But I also notice at 4 a.m. when I just get up, even from 4 to 5 to 6, I'm not as drowsy as if I just lay there scanning my emails and shit in my phone until 4:30. Even that. So when he speak, I can think of real life instances within my own life to say that's real shit. You not only got, I call them sleepwalkers, but he for real. You not only got to wake up, but you got to get up. You have to get up. Wake your mind up. Wake your body up. Get moving. Again, this is ascension. You have to act. We have to do. We have to fucking scare ourselves into action. Not scare ourselves stiff. Don't be scared stiff. Be scared into action. Motherfucker, be scared. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Be that type of scared where you scared and you pop the motherfucker in their mouth. Not, nah. Cause I'm not that type of, if you scared me, but it's the motherfuckers that get scared and they just freeze. Oh no, baby, I always got to act or react or there's got to be some motion. There's always going to be some motion out of me. I mean, look out because these arms might go flying and shit. Again, everything's got to, because everything's in motion. If you look at anything through a fine microscope, you see, or even a telescope, everything is in motion. Everything. If you look at grass on a dry, hot day where there's no fucking wind blowing, you look at grass, you'll see it moving. Everything is active. So when we as human beings we're not ascending. When we as human beings are not, we are not ascending. And we're not just staying the same, we're descending because we're not even acting on the level of what we know. We're just being complacent. We're just settling for less than what we're even capable of half-assing. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing ourselves a complete disservice. Like, that's doing more damage than a motherfucker just actively being mediocre. I don't support none of it, but at least the motherfucker that's actively being mediocre is active. At least they're active. So it will be easier to get them to ascend to the next level. You know what I mean? Because at least you don't have to now get up. They're already up. They're just vibrating on a low level because maybe they don't know any better. So this is why it's important for each one to teach one, reach one. Because this person maybe just don't know. Does that mean they have the right to stay at that level? No. Every human being was meant to ascend. That was the point. You know what I mean? We have to, the same way with learning the laws and learning the language of money. We have to learn how to manage this flesh and our mind. That's what we have to learn. That's how we're going to be able. I mean, if we can't even manage the physical, how are we going to manage the supernatural? How are we going to manage something that's not physical? Because we're not, this isn't, this is just to show that there's an entity. That's all this is. Just to show that there's an entity here. Without it, you wouldn't be able to see the energy. This is the matter of the energy that's flowing inside that's keeping this matter alive. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so ascension is just really a part of who we are. It's a part of it's a necessity for us to do. That's why you I'm sure we've all done met some mofos my age and older, and it's just like, for real? For real? I know I was every bit of 22 or 23, and I said that whole saying is a lie, because I know this mofo done got to be 47 by being a goddamn fool. I remember saying that. I used to work with him at Mystic Lake Casino. It's a casino in Minnesota. And I was just like, he's a fucking fool. And then there's some part in this little bibli that they rewrote that they say God protects babies and fools. So I'm like, okay, well that makes sense because he's clearly a fool and damn near 50. You know, we've all met it. So not everyone does ascend, but you know, maybe some people aren't meant to. We can't worry about that. But if we are capable, if once we've identified our potential, we are responsible to put in the effort, to put in the action, to now do something so that we can ascend. It is our responsibility, it's our duty. Yes, as human beings and even as human beings, it is our individual responsibility. We will have to pay either in poverty, either in sickness, either in lack and lack of, for not ascending, for not living up to our potential, even at the levels that we're all at right now. You know what I mean? If we're all, because shit, anybody that come across this or anybody that's watching me, you clearly have not, and that's not to say, but maybe once I've ascended on a few higher levels, yeah, these shits will be classics. You know what I'm saying? They'll be classics then. Yeah, they'll be worth, somebody higher up paying attention because they could look back and see, oh, she knew what the fuck she was talking about and she walked it like she was talking it. That's how she got here. Let me go back to episode 1. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's gonna be. So I personally have to keep ascending. I have to keep growing. It's not just some shit I'm saying. I gotta keep doing it. I gotta keep living it. I gotta keep fucking learning. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. It is. Now you see why I be so hyped. That's why I be so hyped. This is me every fucking day. And it's always rooted in fucking black soil. You hear me? It's always rooted in that because again, we have to ascend to a level to where it's not abnormal for us. Because see, it's not abnormal for anyone else because it's just natural, right? But for us, because we've been so separated and ripped apart, and the colorism forced on us, like all this shit was forced on us. But even admittedly so, it's hard to get out of it because there was a reason behind it. They saw the different. I mean, it was all deliberate. It was all deliberate. You know what I'm saying? If you know Africans, they're all complexions. And they're not mixed with anything other than more African. Maybe Sierra Leonean and Senegalese. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe the Mandinka tribe and the Igbo tribe. Some shit like that. Motherfucker, black and blacker. Black and blacker. Oh, okay. Black and more black. Oh, okay. And then you had a red bone. Oh, okay. Or caramel skin. Oh, okay. It makes sense. If you take a dark pink color hair and you lighten it, you'll see why we are everything. But there, they didn't have anyone that didn't look like them, rip them apart and bring those in, and take the lighter ones, and then mate with them and get the lighter, you know what I'm saying? And then pit the two against one another. All that was done to us. So we have to ascend to a level of knowledge of knowing who we were before that and after that and since then, right? To accept and embrace again who we are. And again, I'm speaking to myself first because I know I'm a guilty bitch of it. You know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to accept my own complexion to even ascend to that level because I've always felt like, why the hell am I not darker? It just didn't make sense to me. I come from these two hella dark skinned parents. All my family is hella dark. And then here I was. Now, this is my Arizona complexion, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep it for life. And I do believe that had I stayed in St. Louis, I would have been this brown. But again, this is still lighter than all of my family and my parents. Like, they are chocolate, like damn near the outside of my screen. My family's black, and they're beautiful and smooth. And I just always, you know, and I've been thankful that I was the little African kid of my family. That's always been me, right? And I just really resented being so light. I really resented that shit. Like, it took a long time for me to ascend to the level of accepting my complexion and being able to accept all black people with two black parents. And I do specify that. I do. I'm not 100% there all the way, but I am getting there. You know what I mean? Because I am knowledgeable of what happened. But again, I am knowledgeable of what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's a double edged sword. So this is again why it's so fucking important for us to learn really who we are, because we got a lot of triggers out here. So ascension is damn important, and I do thank the universe for bringing that to me and to us today, because it is important. And we have so many different ways that we need to do it. You know what I mean? We need to ascend mentally. We need to ascend psychologically, which is a little bit separate from our mental. You know what I mean? It's a separate section of the brain, I feel like. I don't know. I'm not a, I don't know. But I do know that it's we got a lot of unlearning to do. A lot of fucking unlearning to do. But we absolutely have the potential to do it. We absolutely do. And we care to do it. That's the thing. We're interested enough to do it because we do love ourselves. We just need to keep spreading the message to love yourself, ascend to the next level, write down your goals, man. Ownership is the fucking way. We can't end this journey by being workers, because we didn't start this journey workers. I'm not talking about us as three, four, and five generation Americans and descendants of slaves. I'm not talking about that us. I'm talking about the original us. We don't. It's not who we are, and that's not what we can descend to and continue to descend to. We can't continue that motion. So there's enough momentum out here now to keep us ascending to the next level, and to get those who are not ascending, to get those who are not up. They're just woke, but not up. So they're a little hazy, a little foggy, a little daisy, thinking they still sleepy. So they kind of dozing off. We got to get them up. That's it. Just get them up and active so that they can ascend, so that we can acquire the ascension that we need to keep growing to a higher level. And I'm going to repeat it one more time. The definition of ascension by the dictionary is the act of rising to an important position or a higher level. That is ascension. And that is what we have to do. Period. That's what the entire Get Paid series is about. Us ascending to the level that we should be on. Period. Period. We've been playing the game wrong. There's enough teachers out here now. You know what I mean? So now we have to act. It's no longer acceptable to be blissfully ignorant because it's not bliss. It really isn't. We you know they um, and I do mean this as in they, because we do see that none of this shit was created uh, for us to succeed. So every time that we have excelled and exceed, they've been pissed about it. But now we have the entire black world backing all of our efforts in so many different ways. So now's the perfect time to start our ascension. Now is the time to start our ascension. So I'm very proud to be a part of this revolution and to have started my own revolution more than 20 years ago with learning who I am and with not ever wavering my pride, not ever, with not ever making anybody comfortable that was not as black and proud as me, because that's not what I'm here for, to make anyone comfortable that's not as black and proud, but that's just as black as me. No, that's never been what I'm here for. So I'm proud to have been active in my own revolution and in the revolution since my birth. I'm very proud of that. And I'm proud to be alive, to see this revolution happening right now, to see this unity happening right now. I'm very proud to be alive, and I'm proud to still be active, and I'm proud to be here to deliver this message once again, to be another one, yet another one, delivering this message, all coming by way of the universe. That's why when I watch, because I watch the teachers also, and I realize we're all saying, a lot, watch the teachers of the past. We're all, the message has, there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? Even the advancement of technology, the universe made it possible. You know, so we are possible. Period. Period. Identify our potential so that we can have our ascension to these higher levels that we desire to be on, right? So, you guys, again, if you want to be a part of, to be a link in the chain that we're building here, send your emails to creativenomad@gmail.com. And it's creative without the E on the end, CREATEV nomad at gmail.com. It's all in the description below. So you can get that in by Thursday evening. And our P&A, which is Progress and Accountability Celebration, we do every Friday. And I also include a Black business highlight within that episode as well. So I will see you guys on the next episode of Get Paid with Creative Nomad. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you. Like, comments. Nika, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great evening. You guys take care of yourself. And you know what's coming. Stay proud. Stay black. Stay black. Stay proud, baby. Peace, y'all.